Last time you guys saw me, I was out at my dream castle, Mont Saint-Michel, having a glorious time, feeling like I was in my own fairy tale. But now I have travelled 40 minutes out west to this amazing small city, the capital of the Brittany region. Welcome on here to Rennes.
We were caught up in the light, brought out with the waves, pulled up with the stars, where we always thought we'd stay, young and so alive.
Hello everyone, I am Lewis, you are watching Lost in Travel, and welcome on here to the 4th episode of my grand Interrailing adventure around Europe. Previously on Lost in Travel. So far, we've explored the iconic streets of London. And 4 hours later, we have now arrived here in London. Soaked up the romance of Paris. Welcome on here to Paris. And ventured to the breathtaking Mont Saint-Michel. Am I at a real life Disney castle right now? But today, we are heading off to not just one, but 2 hidden gems in France. Rennes and Nantes. These cities may not be on everyone's radar, but trust me, they're full of charm, culture and history just waiting to be explored. Get ready to see why Rennes and Nantes should definitely be on your travel wish list. Alright, so I've only been in Rennes for about a day now. I didn't record anything yesterday because I felt like I needed just a nice chill day, you know. This is a long trip, and unlike my normal travel pattern, which is just to go and see as much as possible and just keep yourself entertained with sightseeing and just being immersed in the history and the culture, I've realised that this continuous 2-month trip is quite different to that. You can't like go out non-stop every single day. I need to take it slow some days. So yesterday was that day. I just got to Rennes and just chilled out in the hostel, got some work done on my laptop and just watched TV and just done some normal stuff, but here in a random town in France, which was quite nice because my feet after Paris were killing me. But this is so different to Paris, and I'm happy that this is the next destination on the trip, because Paris, the hustle and bustle just didn't stop. It was a vibe, I've got to say, but I was so exhausted after sightseeing Paris. Like, it was quite overwhelming at times because of how much was going on. But now I'm in Rennes, and it's quite an authentic French town. It feels like it's literally just me and the locals, so it's nice to just be able to wander around and just feel like I've not even done an itinerary for this. I'm literally just wandering around, just seeing what I can see, and hell yeah, it's going great so far, because it means I don't need to constantly think, okay, I need to be here at this time, I need to be there at that time. I can just wander around at my own heart's content and just take as many photos of this beautiful French town. That is only a little 2-hour train journey from Paris, so you don't even have to stay here like I am. You could easily just take the train over and see it for yourself for one day. So I've just came round the corner from this cathedral here, or church or whatever, and honestly, the architecture, oh my god, I've literally just looked at it there, like the architecture of Rennes is so old-fashioned. Like, I do feel like I've stepped back in time. That's not hyperbole here. Like, they've got the what are they called? You know, the old style like French buildings in German. You know, this is why I can't vlog properly. Like, I do not know names for things. Like, what is that style of architecture called? You know, like, it's not thatched. You know what one I'm on about, right? Yeah, you do. Come on, guys. The French and German, you know, style, like that up there. That architecture. It's always mind blowing when I see it. That's definitely a step back in time. Like, you don't get that in today's architecture, and it annoys me. They don't have any of those like creative traditions anymore. That like makes each country stand out as their own. But yeah, spectacular. I'm just absolutely in love and blown away by every single building that I'm seeing here in Rennes.
I've seen the stars on the ocean, and fields of grass beneath the blue. I've heard the songs of summer singing, like a humming in the June.
right now I believe I'm standing in Rennes main square, well, at least one of the main squares, and right beside me is the Opera House, Opera de Rennes, and it is a bold building. It is outstanding. It reminds me a lot of, oh, what's the one called? The one in Oxford, kind of. A little bit. But this square is neat. The architecture is just so beautiful. I keep on saying it, but it is like, and it is a cultured town, you know, with the Opera House. I've always fancied seeing an opera in Europe. I think it would be quite a cool thing to do, a cool activity to do, but there doesn't seem to be one on today, maybe. But one of these days I am going to go see an opera in Europe, because I feel like that'll be outstanding, or a ballet, you know, with a nice glass of fizz and just relax and feel like I'm richer than I am. So last night I went to the Vienna State Opera House to see Madame Butterfly, and it was spectacular. So I have been zigzagging my way through the streets, and I'm going to tell you, each street is full of its own personality and charm, and they're actually quite different. Like the one I'm about to enter right now, God guys, wait until you see it. Follow me.
How do you capture a moment like water in our hands? Eyes closed but the floor is warning, and I know where I am. It's not just for
That historic building is actually a library, and reason I know that is not because of all the books in the window. It's because it is my favourite French word, bibliothèque. What's your favourite French word? Comment that down below. Does the people have a favourite French word, or is it just me? Hey guys, so walking down this street is actually maybe remind to tell you, because my vlogs are not always about the good bits. I want to show you some of the bad bits too. So France is quite a revolutionary country, and that is why if you do come here, yeah, there is some spectacular buildings and architecture, but there are also a lot of buildings are boarded up and got graffitied on, and lots of political rants written on top of it, because there's a big thing going on in France right now, and they do love a good protest. So there's a lot of buildings that have been smashed and destroyed in the name of good old getting your word out. Alright, good morning guys, and another day, another checkout time. But before I head on this long travel day to my next destination, I'm actually doing a stopover in a pretty cool place. At first, I no joke thought that this train station had a water slide attached to it. Do you see what I mean? And welcome on here to Nantes. So I only have a few hours here in the city of Nantes, so I've dropped my bag off at a hotel with Nanny Bag. I literally just downloaded the app and figured out that I can leave my luggage. I don't have to trek around with my suitcase. I've just got my backpack with all my camera stuff in it. I'm going to go and explore some of Nantes for a little while before my next train.
I'll take the weight off your shoulders, just like you taught me to. 'Cause you showed me my potential before I ever knew.
I've arrived at my first landmark here at Nantes, and it has to be the main one. I'm here at the Cathedral of Saint-Pierre-et-Saint-Paul, which is the main cathedral here in the city. And there's not that many people wandering around. I feel like it's because it is a bank holiday. It is the victory of Europe, which I do not know much about, but I just know that that's happening today. A lot of things are closed. So it is nice, it makes for just a nice stroll. I don't really have plans to go into anything because that costs money. So I'm literally just having a stroll through Nantes, and so far so good. I am really enjoying this city, and especially French cathedrals rock. Did you know back in 2013, Nantes actually won an award for being the greenest city in all of Europe. So well done Nantes, and I've actually noticed that so much. There's a lot of gardens, Lots of areas where you can just get out and enjoy the canals and just have a lovely stroll beside some greenery. And then you've also got the little alleyways as well, so you can either choose to walk on the cobble or you can walk beside the grass, depending on what mood you're in, and it is great. I'm really enjoying the city so far. Another thing it also won an award for was apparently one of the most livable cities in Europe, which I'm assuming is because of the greenery. It kind of ties in. It's probably quite a nice atmosphere, a nice vibe to be living here in Nantes. And I believe it is a student city. There's a lot of students who do student exchange here to Nantes. Guys, I literally just had a heart attack because I came over here to admire the cathedral and I thought that was some kind of monster. It's just a beaver statue. Why is there beavers in Nantes?
Under the night sky, full of stars, away from all the city lights and empty charms, searching for a place for something pure and true. They led me here to the narrow path to you.
So, this is what it's meant to look like, right there. And this is what it does look like. So guys, I've entered the grounds of Château des Ducs de la Bretagne, and that is the castle of the Dukes of Britain, or Brittany, I think, which is the region I'm in right now. And the reason it's called Brittany, by the way guys, is because the land was actually where British people fled when the Roman Empire beat the people living in Britain. They fled over here. It's basically French Britain. I'm very bad at explaining that kind of stuff, but they did flee and they basically started up their civilization here, and then eventually got under rule of France. But it's quite a nice castle. It reminds me a lot of Bratislava's castle with its full white appeal and be able to walk in the grounds. It does remind me of being there. Apart from one thing, this one is quite under construction right now, so I can't really see the full extent of it, but it's still nice to be here, and I can still go up and take a nice view of Nantes by heading up the stairs right now. So I've climbed up to the viewpoint, and you get some really nice view here. You get to see the moat that goes round the castle, which is pretty cool to see. It is still intact and it feels proper traditional like. And then when you look over here, you see a lot of the old town buildings, the traditional architecture. It's very nice to be up here and just enjoy the scenery. Lots of planes flying over the castle as well, which is what you heard just a moment ago. And it's just nice to be able to look out and just see French history right in your face. And guys, I guess that is everything I need to show you. I'm about to go get something to eat, and then I'm going to pick up my suitcase again and head to the train station because I'm going somewhere pretty exciting, but you will see that on the next video. That is if you stay tuned, and the only way to do that is if you subscribe guys. I hope you enjoyed seeing what Rennes and Nantes look like, and I hope I've made you want to visit the Brittany region of France. And if I did, then guys, hit the like button, show up your family and your friends, and I will see you all for the next video. Peace out guys, catch ya.
Why can't we be friends? If it's so much easier before we got our feelings hurt, and I can't pretend that it's easy.